We are looking at that prayer of Jabez who wanted God to do great things in his life and use him in a special way. He also knew the pitfalls to avoid as he prayed. Good morning. This is Pastor Ernie Lewis of the Blue Point Church in Sisney, Illinois, with your thoughts for Thursday. You know, we don't often pray for blessings like Jabez did, but sometimes we have them come into our lives and we're so amazed that we focus on the blessing and not on God. Now, that's right. Some blessings can easily become a curse if not used properly. So Jabez prayed in 1 Chronicles 4:9. Now Jabez was more honorable than his brothers, and Jabez called on the God of Israel, saying, "Oh, that you would bless me indeed, and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me, and that you would keep me from evil." You see, Jabez realized that great blessing could be difficult to manage, especially against the evil influence of this world. The writer of the Proverbs says in Proverbs 30 and verse 8, "Give me neither poverty nor riches, lest I be full and deny thee, or say, Who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal." You see, there are temptations at both ends of the spectrum here, and we must be prepared. We may think that Satan is the biggest hindrance to our Christian life, but John 1:1 actually says, "But each one is tempted when he is drawn away by his own desires and enticed." We often get into trouble when we desire things or experiences that are not really good for our spiritual life. It's a part of our own lust that James talked about there. Jabez was doing some godly thinking when he prayed this prayer, because Jesus would also tell his New Testament disciples in the model prayer, "Lead us not into temptation, but keep us from evil," or even from the evil one. Notice Jesus did not say, "Keep us safe through our temptations." You know, some believers may think that they're strong enough to wander through some dark halls of temptation. Maybe they can emerge on the other side unscathed. That is most often not the case, because we'll be influenced in some negative ways. We may not even notice right now, but it will linger with us. How can we pledge to keep from evil ourselves? Bruce Wilkinson wrote a book talking about the idea of spam. He said, we need to practice spam. It has nothing to do with the canned meat, nor does it involve those unwanted emails, but it actually means spiritual preparation and meditation. The best way for this to be working in our lives is to determine a set time when we pledge to not let any of the world's influences into our thinking. We're going to turn off the television. We're going to turn off the radio. Not even listen to Christian radio. We're going to read our Bible several times a day and be spiritually prepared. Meditate on what God has for us. Not only will we be positively influenced, but we will stay away from temptations. If we're seriously praying for God to keep us from evil, we need to do our part in that also. Then we will be more suitable for God's service. We'll be able to handle that enlarged territory that He's going to give us. Those blessings will be used of God rather than just squandered on ourselves.